People. The number one factor that I, as an analyst, examine when I'm considering an investment in an exploration or mining company. Now, why would I say people are the number one factor? Even though we're talking about an industry here with hard assets, where obviously the project, its resource, the minerals are very important. Well, it still is a company, and you still have people that are really running the show, obviously, and are involved in evaluating the project. And, it also comes down to their honesty and integrity and competence on whether that project can move forward. And also, if that project runs into trouble, let's say there's some political aspects that come up, permitting delays and different issues that might come up, it's the people that are are capable of evaluating projects and may be able to acquire another project that they could shift focus to. And that ability to evaluate projects and to negotiate agreements and so on becomes very important with companies in the exploration and mining industry. Now, when we talk about people, obviously there are could be quite a few people involved in a company, even in an early stage explorer. And I would start by looking at the founders and possibly major shareholders of the company, particularly if this is a relatively new company. Who founded the company? That person is quite often an entrepreneur, may well be called a promoter. Some people who are involved in founding exploration mining companies who may well be serial entrepreneurs even, have founded a few of these companies. And take a look at what is their track record. What is their role? Sometimes these people have stepped aside from any active management role and passed those to other people they brought on board, but they may still wield significant influence behind the scenes, and they may well be significant shareholders of the company. One item to examine is how much cheap stock was issued to some shareholders in early seed rounds, potentially before the company was public. And, if those people are looking to exit, that might influence the stock as it moves forward. And I would examine the track record of some of the founders. Have they founded successful companies before? Have they founded companies that were successful for the shareholders as well? And are they currently involved with other companies? That may or may not be a problem, but sometimes it does mean that one person's attention is pulled in multiple directions. But you do want to know who are the founders, who are the backers, who is there a promoter behind this, and what is their track record. Secondly, I would take a look at the board of directors. Are these experienced people? And do they bring, I would say, a range of experience to the company? You want some people with some financial and fundraising and general business background. You also want some people with some technical background, geologists and mining engineers. And, you may well want people who have marketing and basically communications experience to the company. As well, you often will see a lawyer on the board of directors. And, they bring that legal knowledge that can be very, very important for a company. And again, are these experienced people? Have they been involved in running successful businesses themselves? Or have they also, had quite a bit of experience consulting and seen quite a few projects and see the difference between a successful mining or mineral exploration project and an unsuccessful one? And do they have experience evaluating projects and potentially negotiating sales, negotiating joint venture agreements, and other things as well? And finally, I would look at the management team. Now, the management team, again, you want experienced people, but you could also have young up-and-comers as well. And you need a particular set of skills for a successful company. You need people who do have the financial and general business and general management skills. And obviously, you need people with technical skills on the team. Again, geologists and mining engineers. If you're at the exploration stage, you could have more geologists. As you advance through development and into mining, the construction and operation of a mine, you involve both geologists and mining engineers. And then you need people with marketing and communication skills. You need to get the story out there. There are some companies that have good projects, but nobody ever has heard of them because, they don't have the marketing, the investor relations side, and really communicating that story, getting out and pounding the pavement and, getting out and talking to people and communicating their story through the many different channels that are out there. And overall, again, with the management team, what's their experience? Have they done this before? Have they successfully run companies, and have those companies been successes for the shareholders as well? Because you're an investor, you're a potential shareholder in the company. You should be very concerned about that aspect of the track record. My name is Tim Lee, and I'm a geologist and mining equity research analyst. If you liked what you heard, please like and subscribe. We will have a series of videos examining the aspects that you should consider when looking at a mineral exploration or mining company. What are some of the factors you should examine when you're doing your due diligence to consider investing in this space, which can be a treacherous space to invest in unless you do your due diligence?